Alright, this is going to be a kind of a rambling slash life update video to just give you guys an update on what's going down in the life of the Limper. Recently I have been, let's see, summer's here. My eye is burning. But yeah, summer's here. I am just pretty relaxed. I mean, I haven't been doing much. I'm not going on vacation at all this summer. Just kind of laying low. I recently went to Disneyland, and I'll tell you about that experience. I kind of wanted to share it. Because, I mean, I've been to Disneyland numerous times in my life. Because I grew up here in Southern California. And I just, that's the thing that everybody does. Kind of every kid goes to Disneyland. If you don't, you're kind of, I don't know. But yeah, and I would always take my wheelchair because, even though I'm not a wheelchair user full time, it's just good to navigate. It's pretty much the only way, in case, some of you guys have never been there, or those of you that have, that it's hard to navigate around everywhere. Sorry, there's flies everywhere, but yeah, it's hard to navigate with that without a chair. I mean, usually, I wouldn't mind going to Disneyland. I love it. I have family members that work there, so they get us in for free, and it's pretty rad. But I just don't like how every time I go there, everyone stares, and all the kids. I mean, there was one moment where I was in line and one kid actually got in my face like this, and his mom was like right next to us or something, and she said, don't stare, it's not polite to stare. And I said, I was gonna say, yeah, tell your kid that it's not polite to stare, but I just I lost count of how many times I got stared at, and there's people that stand in the way, and sometimes the workers aren't the nicest with handicapped customers. Yeah, there was one lady that was being kind of a bitch. But, yeah, no, people were I just hate it. I mean, you get sick and tired of it, and it makes me so angry. So by the end of that day, it was a fun day at Disneyland, but I just couldn't take the people staring, and that really kind of infiltrated the psyche of the Limper, and I got pretty down at that point. And the last few days after that, I was feeling kind of down, just kind of getting sick and tired of getting stared at, and, because that's how it's always sort of been in certain scenarios. I'm not saying that people stare at me all the time, but it happens a lot. And it's one of the reasons why I try to avoid certain scenarios sometimes. I mean, I'm confident, but at the same time, that stuff kind of shakes your confidence in a little bit. And there's some people that, they don't understand. They're like, so what if people are staring at you? And that's like how I kind of see it sometimes is, so what? Who gives a damn? But there's a certain point when it gets to be ridiculous, and when it shouldn't happen, and there's things that we can do to kind of cure that, sort of. If I was thinking, I came up with the hypothesis that if we show other people, if, we come out of hiding and we spread awareness and we just stick it to the man and just do everything we can to show people how strong we are, and that'll definitely, and if we show them why we walk the way we do, or why we do anything that we do, or whatever makes them stare, that we can show them that we are, just awesome, and we're badass, and you shouldn't mess with us, because we're badass motherfuckers. Oh yeah, gosh, it just makes me so mad. Oh, can't stand it. I wanted to punch someone in the face. I was so pissed. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of swaying a lot, maybe. I don't know why I sway, that's just kind of, I don't know. I'm just uncomfortable. I went to physical therapy again for, I took a really long break from it, and that's not smart because my muscles are just so fucked up now. Um, they're just like really tight. And it hurts whenever I go there. And people are, but everyone there is so nice where I go to physical therapy. Everyone there, I've been there the longest. I've been their longest customer and longest patient, I should not say customer. But that, we're all just a big family. They all know me and they all love me, and it's just the best. It's the best feeling to have that. And I also, I wanted to thank you guys for all your comments and your support. And it's been so cool to have, I'm actually talking to people from across the world about CP and just talking about everything. And it feels good to have that. I've made friends, like I talked about in my last video, those other people that have CP videos. We've just been kind of friends, I've been communicating with them every now and then, messaging them on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. And you guys can, I'll leave links in this video for my Twitter, because I think you guys, could, you may not care about my tweets, but you could always kind of message me if you ever need anything. Yeah, but I don't know, it just gets hard sometimes. I'm not going to say that I am as happy as I was in the last video, just because things have kind of happened. That whole screwed up Disneyland experience was kind of rough. And, I don't know why it bothered me that much, because I've always, like I said, I've grown up going there. I don't know why it bothered me that much. But it did. I just snapped. And I would just lay around the house and not do anything. And I was just kind of just sitting around listening to Pearl Jam. I don't know why I listen to Pearl Jam when I get down, but I don't know, it's pretty emotional music. Grunge. But, yeah. And I was just kind of lethargic and not doing anything. I wasn't even, watching TV or anything. I was just kind of laying around because I just felt so down and I didn't really know what to do. I felt kind of trapped inside, because sometimes I feel trapped inside, I hate not being able to do things that I wish I could do. And that's kind of what I want to do I want to talk about, because I know some people, I feel like this has kind of been overdone in the CP video world, but, there's been videos done, I think Amanda started it, where it was your wish list, what you wish you could do, but your CP holds you back and so you can't do it, or, what you wish you could do. I really wish I could box. I think boxing would be so cool, because I'm a huge Rocky fan, and I like Bruce Lee and stuff, and, all the martial arts or whatever. But I would want to do it more like a sporting kind of thing, like a boxing sort of thing. And just boxing would be so cool. I love Rocky. I remember I went to a boxing match, or a couple boxing matches a few years back, and I just loved it. And I love just that whole sport. It's just pretty cool. I would want to surf. My brother surfs. He doesn't have CP, but we're twins, and he surfs. He skates too. I think skating would be cool to do. Just not. I know there's adaptive skating, and I have no problem with that, but I think just regular skating would be cool, just on my feet and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. I would want to be able to play guitar or any instrument, drums. I play harmonica, but that's, you only use your hands and your lips, really, and your mouth. Right here is where it's used. But, controlling your breathing and all that. But I would want to play some sort of musical instrument because I love music. And it's just kind of, I remember, I think I was with my dad and my brother one time, and my dad said, my son Luke, my brother, plays guitar, and then somebody said, what do you play? And it's just kind of awkward, because I don't play anything because I can't, that person didn't know that I had CP, but I couldn't, and I just felt kind of weird saying that. And it was just one of those many awkward situations where you're in public and people don't know. Sorry, I'm definitely going to ramble on in this video, so deal with it. I know I had one comment my last video. People were saying that someone was saying that that I seem nervous, but this is kind of just how I talk. Yeah, I am sort of nervous sometimes, but I mean, it's not the easiest thing to do, guys. I mean, come on. Whatever, I'm not trying to bag on whoever made that comment, because I love all you guys, but I just wanted to clarify that, I'm not really nervous, but I am, but this is kind of just how I talk. Yeah, so I would want to play guitar, or anything else, drums. I think I'd like to play drums, that'd be cool. What else? I know, Anthony said dancing was what he wanted to do. And, I mean, I could relate to that because dancing, especially, like, school dances, like, I went to, I talked about how I went to school dances and stuff, or the one school dance, homecoming of last year, and it was just kind of awkward because I couldn't really dance. I would just kind of sway. That was all I did, really, was just kind of sway. And I mean, I felt embarrassed because my date's friends were all there, and I felt like I was probably embarrassing her too, or unsatisfying her with my moves or whatever. I don't really know. Dancing would be fun to do, though. I feel like I wish I could, what was it? I know there's other things I wish I could do. Oh yeah, just like, I mean, I'd want to play sports too, at school, because my high school is very athletic. Like, everyone there plays sports. Like, so many people there play sports. And if you're not playing sports, you're in marching band or something. Yeah. So that's kind of tough. And everyone loves an athlete, so yeah. And running. I mean, I can run, but I kind of wish, there's so many times when I wish I could just bolt. Like, I feel like if I could run, I could just, I would be so fast, because I'd just be so pumped to run. Yeah, I wish I could. I mean, I like hockey too, so I think I'd like to play hockey. I'm Canadian, so obviously hockey is a big deal. Yeah, so there's plenty of things I wish I could do, but I try not to focus on so many things like, oh, I can't do that. I mean, I was a while ago. That was one of the reasons why I was kind of feeling down. But you can't really think about what you can't do. You got to think about what you can do, instead of what you can't. You got to think about, oh, I can, I'm a pretty good writer. I'd say, I'm good at writing, all these essays and stuff for school, and I'm good at writing just in general. I'm good at, I'm a good eater. I like eating. Eating is awesome, but I'm not fat. I like swimming. Swimming is fun. I'm a good swimmer. For a person with CP, I'd say I'm a pretty good swimmer. I know, everything there is to know about rock and roll, to the point where I annoy my friends. But, that was my brother, if you could hear him yelling at the dog. I don't know, but you gotta think, like, hey, I can actually reach out to people and touch their lives with my CP, whether or not you're making videos. Um, yeah, whether or not you're making videos, it's just, you can teach people about it and touch them and inspire them. I've had random people just tell me that they inspire me. People from school I'd never, or that I inspire them. That I inspire them. Random people at school that I've never even met before. People that I would probably never ever get to talk to, because they're just like, they're like the cool kids at school, and like everyone's just kind of obsessed with them and stuff. And I'm a popular kid, I guess. Everyone knows me. I have quite a bit of friends, but not like real friends. You can walk down the hallway and say hello, and say how's it going and all that, but it's not, I wouldn't say that I have a ton of real friends who really know what's going on with the Limper. But I have plenty of friends who actually have showed people these videos, this channel, and that's why random people have come up to me at school, or when I was in school, they'd come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh, I saw your videos. It's pretty cool," and it just feels good knowing that I am now getting it out there, and people now know what CP is, and they won't stare anymore. That's what I try for every day. Just try to change the world. Yeah, well, I don't know. I've run out of things to ramble on about, it seems. And I was going to try and think of more things to talk about, more topics. But I think I already touched, there's always going to be more topics to talk about, but haven't really been on my game with the thinking processes lately. I don't know, take it easy, guys. Message me, please message me, talk to me. Even if you don't have any, you know, suggestions for videos, just talk to me. And if you think, if you start thinking that I'm going to be creeped out because a random person is messaging me, no, that's not the case. Because I am trying to reach out and connect with the world. I think meeting new people is my favorite thing right now. I'm really tired. But meeting new people is my favorite thing ever. And yeah, so send me messages, send me your comments.